Reflections on being smart, ambitious, and woman. The last guy I dated told me he was a sapiosexual. So we exchanged algorithms for flirting, and midnight was never too late to talk about right-wing politics. On coffee dates, we'd run out of tissues because we'd fill the available ones, penning them down with career options or favorite scientists or tic-tac-toe games that I was always guilty of winning. I never told him that I was scared of the look in his eyes when I checked him for factual inconsistencies or disagreed with his views on socialism, and sometimes it felt like it wasn't him but his radicalism that I was dating. But love is never too intellectual to get away with, right? So every time I beat him to his own argument, I went to sleep without an I love you. The last guy I dated told me he was a feminist. So every time I'd say I was a bad cook, he'd put on his chef hat and make me pot brownies. We had fixed ambitions, him a lawyer and me a civil servant. I hate gender roles, he said. He got me tampons from the vendor and filled his social media with articles on women empowerment. But when I told him that civil servants earn more than lawyers, his eyes were a sea of contempt as he told me that he was any day going to earn more than I was. He didn't let me pay for dinner that night. You think you know what success is? Ask that girl that kept her eyes stuck on the sand glass while everyone else was too busy making sandcastles, and when she finally got a little closer to getting that dream job, she found herself feeling guilty only because her lover could not get what he wanted. So they both decided to be a pool of misery and cynicism together and call it support. Success is a holy catastrophe. It is a one-way plane ticket, sometimes booked but never really used. She was called insensitive and told to hush up about her promotion because her brother was finding it hard to prove his manhood in the family by still being unemployed. So he takes antidepressants, thinking they'll get him somewhere his incompetence couldn't. I guess we find ephemeral comfort in thinking that the best way to win a competition is to eliminate it. But you, one-woman army in a household of male keepers, you are not insensitive. You are not insensitive for getting that job. You are not trying to prove a point. You are not mocking those below you. They are not below you. You are only a little taller. There is landscapes and oceans on the other side of that plane ticket. Take it, and I promise you that his inferiority complex is a flaw inside of him and not something you triggered. Sorry, not sorry. Ask him how he loves 50 Shades of Grey cells. I was the kid your mother warned you about. When everybody in class was too busy making Tumblr posts about One Direction, I was sitting in that lampshade, putting ideas in ink as if the world depended on my tiny crooked shoulders, like fireflies depend on darkness, to be noticed. Shoulders which were still swollen from the knuckles of my cousin who used them to tell me that I wasn't pretty enough to be this bossy. And when books and homeworks in Disney movies didn't leave me with time to worry about anything else, my brother told his friends that I was gay, only because I didn't have a boyfriend even in 11th grade. Because who doesn't, right? Because we're all just supposed to be prototypes of teenagers who are too ignorant at 13, naive at 14, hopeless romantics at 15, sweet at 16, sexy at 17, and legally stupid at 18. I still remember the time my friend used the word overachiever on me as if it was a disgrace to be. Made me feel like I was biting off more than I could chew, because college isn't meant for kids with dreams. It is not cool to be a scholar. It is not impressive to be factually consistent. Nerd is never a compliment. Cats aren't cute if they are Schrodinger's, and when slam books ask you for your ambition in life, trust me, it's only a rhetorical question. I've been told that everybody loves to see a young girl go out and grab the world by the lapels as if it were a helium balloon she intended to take a flight with. But I'm yet to find moments in my life where I can truly celebrate my victory while everyone else isn't too busy getting used to seeing me win. And when I was a kid, I used to run races and leave all the fuckers behind only because I loved gold medals a little more than silver ones. I'm still that kid who loves gold medals a lot. I've only learned to share them now. And I don't know if that is a good thing at all. Thank you.
I always think that if you had to do like, subscribe like Thakur in Sholay, how would he do it? He had no hands, he couldn't point. How would you find your way? This is what he'd do. To like, to subscribe. And and to follow us.